That's awesome, man. We always like new people, try and cast new people to the Nydus, but love seeing returning viewers and stuff like that, man. We try and create content that you guys like and want to come back for, so.
Yep, absolutely. Let me just update the scoreboard really quick. All right. So our red Protoss player in the top right-hand corner of the map, the king of deep DT play coming at us from eSloth, it is Creature.
And his opponent in the bottom left of Cactus Valley, the Pink Zerg, starting to become quite the frequent returner on the Nydus. It is iGx Nightmare.
Nice. Always one up with me, man. Always.
I'm sorry, man. One of these days, you're just gonna show up with the most you're gonna have like a light show and shit.
Yes,
like...
dude. I'm gonna shoot off fireworks in the background. Have like women behind me. Nah,
just dumpster me, dude.
Air horns and shit. No.
For sure, dude. I'd laugh so hard if you drop that after someone's name, like iGx Nightmare.
Sugar SC2, thank you very much for the follow, man. We appreciate it. Sugar Hype, Sugar from Psystorm, and Revo.gg played last week for our clan war. Those guys busted out some monster players. We had like Jack G, True, Seed, Revolution, a bunch of really good players. Jon Snow. So yeah, Psystorm awesome. Took that game. So the winner of our last clan war will go ahead and play them, which will be eSloth. So pretty excited. Yes, this one doesn't really pertain to that, but at least everyone's caught up now.
Yep. So while we have a moment here, by the way, this Overlord is going to get a scout up on the probe that's kind of creeping around doing some scouting. But I believe Sugar and Graphics play the series. We weren't casting it. We weren't doing anything. But I remember this series, and it was on Newkirk, man. And that game went to super late game, and it was just amazing. I remember like you and Carter and everyone was in chat watching. Whoever was casting it, I think it was on Penguin stream. But man, was that a good game between Sugar and Graphics.
Yeah.
So that was my first introduction to Sugar, and since then, man, I've been kind of a light fan.
Oh, look at that. We're earning fans out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like the banter too.
Play,
some friendly banter. Groovy Man saying, lesson learned, make blind turrets. Yeah, man. The eBay was down too. We were wondering if you were going to get lucky and just plop them down, but there was no reason to make them. So I definitely don't fault you for not just correctly assuming DTs were coming up across the map. Such is life, man. It's supposed to happen. So it's happened to me so many times. It's ridiculous, dude.
So yeah, there's, as you said, a decent amount of banter going on here. Some pretty funny stuff.
That's good, though, when people can be, cool instead of just talking shit. Sometimes we get people that are all heated and drop a couple one-liners. Last night there was a little bit of frustration going on. It happens, dude. This game, you get so invested emotionally. I don't blame it. As long as you're not dropping I hope you die bombs and shit, I don't really care. But it is cool that these players are obviously pretty friendly against each other.
Yep, absolutely, man. So a couple of Ling is meeting an Adept in the middle of the map. Adept's feeling pretty squirrely. He's gonna go for it.
Yep. These clans must be deep, no Terrans at all this time. Yeah, I know both these clans have a lot of really good players on them. So I'm hoping that we see a completely different lineup. We've seen two players that have been the same, but we know they can pull them out.
Yep.
We know iGx has got a lot of Zergs for sure. So.
Long macro game, please. I feel you, man. I feel you. I kind of was going through that first series like, okay, man, I don't mind if people get cheese. We got another series after this,
dude,
but
Creature. And them DTs. Yeah, they're already down, man. So, I don't know. It'll come on down to whether or not Nightmare has been watching this clan war. If he's paid attention to the last two games, then he'd know, at least that Creature favors them heavily. So, we'll have to see, man. I haven't seen any Overlords pathing in or anything. This one's headed over there, but it's so damn slow, it's going to be a minute. We might be in for another Creature DT win, but, it's a little early to call it, so.
Can we call it the Creature feature?
The Creature feature. I like it. It's just cheesy enough that I'm going to get behind that. Long macro game, please. All 2 minutes of it. Oh, shit. Moist Nugget joining us in chat. How you doing, man?
NSL champion in the house, man. Week 13, I think. 13. Yep. Nailed it. So, Warp Prism coming out now. We are likely to see that exact same Archon drop we saw last time. At this point, if Nightmare gets insta-GG by DTs, I don't think he has anyone to blame, kind of but himself. You can kind of assume if you saw Creature go DTs. I mean, if they talk,
maybe he wasn't watching games, though. Maybe he was practicing and shit. Yeah, I don't know. But if he saw it, he should have known. But yeah, I don't know. This Overseer is going to try to poke in. Oh, maybe he'll just elevator some Lings and get the Ling Scout. That would be huge. He needs to find out about the shrine. Oh, he does have 3 Spore Crawlers going down, though. So he's blind countered this. He must have been paying attention to the last games, man.
This is honestly, and I'm sure that was just me being terrible and him being really good, knowing exactly what time the DTs can come in at and when to start the spores. They will get slicing on these queens, but I don't think they're gonna be able to bring. Okay, one does go down, the other one gets transfused.
Oh, nice. Getting a second one, too, is a pretty good pickup. But as you said, these transfuses are pretty good, and there was enough to just shoo away the DTs. So he didn't find as much damage as maybe he was hoping for. But behind this, Nightmare's done a nice little elevator move up here with a couple links. So far taking down a probe. Oh, wow. He didn't go into the line with him. I need to take a playbook out of that, man.
What do they call that? Be impatient?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know anything about that for sure. So
I don't understand why he's not rushing headfirst in with all of his units.
Yeah, so Creature knows about it, though. He's going to come over here and try to prevent a little bit of damage from happening with this mineral line. I think with this Stalker, this Overlord should get shoot away, but we'll have to see what the follow-up is behind this. Nightmare has started his lair, and I'm trying to keep an eye. Okay, so he's starting to get a lot more gas, too. So we'll have to see what his tech path is behind this. But we do have an Archon drop coming into this third, too, so...
Yep. Picking off 2 queens, it looked like, so very nice there. Any unit you can get with those Archons. And what makes the Archon drops so good is that they're just so beefy, man. You can take a ton of damage to those shields, pick them up, get them out, reposition, and then continue to kind of do these awesome drop maneuvers that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, really good pickup play here, too. Just being really annoying and just trying to delay a little bit of macro time or something. Kind of keep your opponent on their toes. So he might be able to drop in here into this natural and do a little bit of damage, too. Okay, nah. Nightmare's playing this very well, and he already knows kind of that it's coming. He should be ready for it. I'm waiting to see the tech path, though. So far, Nightmare's went with the Hydrogen, and we got Charge Lots coming out for Creature's side of things. So,
yep.
Charge Lot of Mortal Archon, you think? Or?
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's Archons are just being absolutely awesome, picking up queens wherever they can. Definitely expensive units, and you know they're useful for the creep spread and transfuses. So
yeah, and if nothing else, just making Nightmare constantly pay attention to what's going on and interrupt that macro cycle, man. So I'd love this, and he still hasn't lost him. Oh, okay, there he goes. Very well played from Nightmare, picking up that warp prism. Yeah. That was nice. But yeah, so far we do have Charge Lot, Immortal Archon. It's like we knew what we were talking about there. So I'm not really sure if he's going to try to get some disruptors or anything maybe to go with this, but so far that's just exactly what it's going to be. And then on the Zerg side of things, we have the Baneling Nest that's about to finish up, +2 melee coming down, and the Hydrogen has finished up as well. So,
yep. Yes, sir. So Zerg starting to stabilize after that. Very nice pickup on the Warp Prism there, making sure that not only do you kill those Archons, but you kill the threat of any drop play or repositioning going on from that Warp Prism. So
Zelistan saying spores, thank God. Yeah, man. If he was about to get a third one this time around, I was about to shit myself, dude. That would have been crazy. But honestly, it looked like there for a minute it was about to happen. So those spores came down. As you said, it's like he knew when the DTs could be a threat and knew exactly when to throw them down. So like that's a mark of a good player in my opinion. But this Charge Lot of Mortal Archon push is looking pretty nasty, and it even has a couple DTs to boot.
Yeah, this is definitely a scary, scary move out here, as the number of Archons really are just the beef of that army. A couple of Lings are going to run into the natural and pick up some pros while some Zealots are morphing in.
Yeah, that was a really good move here. And yeah, they're going to get cleaned up by the overcharge, but they did get 4 probes before they were cleaned up. I would trade 4 Lings for 4 probes, man, any day of the week. Oh, shit, but behind this, I must have missed another one. 14 probes went down somewhere. What the hell happened
Very
there?
nice. And what it allowed too was it made Protoss kind of park their army for a little bit longer than he probably wanted to, as he was trying to get that push, and it allowed Zerg to get key units in the Hydras, Banelings, and Ling count up. So as we see this engage start off here, we'll have to see, man, it's a fuckload of Archons.
Yeah, dude, but the Zerg side of things is starting to look like a nightmare. I had to, dude. I know you hate me. But he needs to single target all these Archons down. All of his Banes are pretty much worthless with this Archon wall, and he has a lot of Hydras, but they're getting cleaned up rather convincingly, man. I don't think he has enough to hold this.
Oh my god, this is so close. Yeah, nice call, dude. He does come down to the wire, and those Archons, man, worth their weight in gold. Is there a Warp Prism here? Yes, there is. So there should be more units coming in from Protoss. It's a very scary push as the 4th is taking significant damage and likely to go down.
Yeah, but I don't think Nightmare's out of it just yet. He has 4 more Hydras morphing in. He has coming in. He has a lot of Banelings coming in as well, and he cleaned up a majority of this ground army, so he should be able to hold here, which I think was excellent, but Creature got a lot of damage done with that. Pretty much wiped out an entire mineral line there on the 4th, so...
Yep.
What a crazy-ass game, dude. This is extremely scrappy. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, this is definitely not the DTGGs we saw in the first 2 games, man. That fourth did actually stay up, which is, really nice for Nightmare. I mean, he may have taken whatever damage in the army supply that he took, but if he had lost the fourth, man, that really would have been a huge blow. Keeping that alive is definitely good.
Yeah, and I was questioning what his follow-up was going to be, whether or not he was going to pop out a couple disruptors, and now that the Robo Bay is down, we'll have to see where he heads with that. He does start Blink as well for a Stalker play, so he is going to go with like a bit of a switch up here in his tech path choice, so... Man, Creature's a monster, dude. I'm loving this game. ZVPs, mine at least, have never played out like this. This is a really fun game to cast.
Yeah, man. That was really awesome by Nightmare, like I said, with his Ling counterattack, buying himself just enough time to bring in the Banes and get a couple more Hydras and Lings to fight that army. Because, I mean, he just barely pushed that off as it stood, man. Any less number of units just would have been absolutely brutal for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this creep spread, man. This creep spread is monstrous. And Nightmare's going to go ahead and drop his Lurker Den behind this as well, which will help out a lot. But versus Blink Stalkers, they're quite immobile, man. I'm pretty interested to see how this fight's going to go down.
Oh, man. Tried to razzle-dazzle him, Nightmare did with these Banelings. Really nice pull there from Creature. Almost instantly, as soon as that Overlord came and dropped some Banes there, he pulled the probes away.
Nice, while simultaneously attacking Nightmare's fourth. So these guys are insane, dude. That was crazy. I didn't know which one to watch. I should have watched the Banes, but they got cleaned up rather convincingly, I guess, so...
Okay, so this pack of Lings are over here by to the south of the natural or whatever. They're actually running away now. But for a while, I thought he was just going to morph. That was like his stock of Lings, that he was just going to continuously morph 3 Banelings and just continue to elevate her.
Yep, absolutely. And behind this, Creature's coming in with a bit of aggression up here into the main, and I really like that. He didn't find a lot of drone damage because Nightmare's response to it was pretty textbook, and he... I was trying to see how many drones went down. I think only 1 because the mod didn't even trigger. So that was very well handled. But Blink is about to finish up. Oh, shit. Where's Critter at? Is Critter in the channel? We have a couple Colossi being made. Oh, that was a money Bane hit. So far, 14 drones going down. Or probes, rather, to 3... wow, I can't even speak right now.
The things!
Yeah,
the
little roly-poly bastards. Nah, but 3 Banelings just took out 16 probes, man. That was a monster run by right there.
And that's kind of what I like about that when I was commenting on it earlier and just bringing those Banes over and over again, is eventually you're going to, like, they may pay attention for the first couple or whatever. Yeah. Eventually you're going to break their APM, you know? Like, they can't constantly be dropping that. So, you know, it's worth a shot. You may end up getting that massive cleanup that you're looking for.
What do you think of this Colossus switch, man? I know you're not Critter, but do you think that was the correct decision out of Creature?
Taking a look at what's out on the map right now, yeah, I think that is a good decision. I don't know how Void Rays would play out against Lurkers. Obviously, air versus ground unit, that's good, but I feel like the Void Rays would be kind of rough against the Hydras. So the Colossi affords you a little bit more freedom in being able to attack from a distance. These Disruptors could be juicy too.
Yeah, I really like mixing it up. Like, Colossi are fine, and sure, they'll help out with the Lings a lot, but these Disruptors are going to really break up the Hydra packs, as well as the Lurkers too. You can really use them for, like, positionally planted Lurkers. So I really like the choice of rocking both. So, oh, this is a money pickup though. Okay, he canceled it, but still, cancel, yeah, it was still good, man. So what a crazy ass game. This is gonna be an epic, like, ending engagement, man.
I know. I'm feeling like Carter's probably liking Nightmare's composition here, as a insane amount of Lurkers start to make their way across the map.
Holy shit, he has gone full-blown Carter with a number of Lurkers, dude. He does have some nice Hydra support as well, and a couple Banelings to boot, but there is a lot of Disruptors he has to fight. Oh, that was a good pickup, but I think only 2 or 3 Hydras. These next couple of shots are really going to be the decision. Oh, fuck, that was a really good pickup. A couple Hydras and Lurkers going down there, but there's still plenty of Lurkers, don't get me wrong. Nightmare's not out of this by any means. He maybe needs to split up his army, though, to avoid those. There's now, what, 3 Disruptors out on the field?
Yeah, I believe there are 3.
Yep, and absolutely. And as called in chat, sure, Nightmare has double the supply, but composition alone, man, he's going to have a hard time hanging in here. He needs to find a lot of damage, I think, with these run-bys, but it's going to be really hard to do.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You can tell that he does have some sentries with his army here, so he has the ability to take a couple of force fields in a really sick engage.
I love this from Nightmare, though, dude. Every time this fourth comes down, it's instantly denied with these links. Sorry to cut you off, but that's huge, man. I love it.
That is huge, especially as he moves up towards his 5th. Securing that economic advantage and doing a good job to make sure that Imperative has a best shot of coming back in this series.
Yep. Zyklone B, what's up, man? Nice to see you in chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Disruptor coming down. Oh, the Spire being dropped too. Maybe to help out with those disruptors, I think. If you can get the Muta switch or something. I'm not sure, man. There's a lot of Archons and Stalkers as well. I don't know, dude. This is going to be really hard to attack into, as you said. This composition is just ridiculous, so...
Yeah, for sure, man. The Colossi Disruptors do pose a huge threat in the ability to wipe out Zerg's entire army. Those Lurkers, though, with a good spread, could be extremely difficult to crack, as the Disruptors will, the damage from Disruptors will be extremely diminished.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, though, man. Look at that. 5 Disruptors out on the field, man. And these Colossi to clean up all these links, so they're going to have a really hard time finding damage. And then on top of that, he's got a Phoenix flying in everywhere. Checking the tech decision. Did he see the Spire? Oh, man. He saw it. Yeah.
Could be amazing this game. But if he did see it, that is, yeah, definitely helpful. And it looks like he's probably just going to push across the map here before the chance for mutas even really comes out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure how effective they'd be with all those Stalkers, too. I think he'd be hard-pressed to find a lot of damage with them. But you're right. It's almost as if he saw that and wanted to completely prevent that from even going down. So
this is a fucking terrifying protest.
Yeah, this is the Zerg side of things too. Look at all those Lurkers. Like, fuck, I really don't know how to call this. This is gonna be, as we said, like, this is gonna be an epic battle when it finally goes down. Again, though, these Lings trying to deny this fourth. I think this time, okay, they're not gonna get cleaned up. These Lings have been money, man. They've been worth their weight in gold. Constantly over here preventing Creature from getting this fourth up and mining, and eventually he's gonna start mining out. And Nightmare's already taking his fifth behind this. Tit for tat, though, that shit's gonna get shut down real quick. No way that's gonna survive, dude. So a base for a base.
Cancels it. Very nice. Oh man, Creature actually manages to save his own fourth. So big play there as he takes down, as you said, the 6th of Nightmare.
The engagement we've been waiting for is inevitable at this point, though. An insane amount of Lurkers versus shitload of Disruptors, some Stalkers, and some Archons. I don't know who I like better. Each player has a very scary late-game composition. I think it's going to come down to the situational plant of the Lurkers and then how these Disruptor shots, feed into things. He's gonna need some really good splits on these Lurkers, I guess. Yeah,
man, I totally agree. Creature, as you said, has a very insanely strong army, but if for whatever reason something happens to this army, it is incredibly expensive to recreate. Like, you just aren't gonna do it, you know?
Yeah, and look at Nightmare's bank. He's got 5k, 2k, so he can remax easily. He did lose a lot of larva, though, on those 2 bases, but yeah, I do like your point. Very valid. And he's got to attack into these siege Lurkers, too, which is going to be a real pain in the ass, so I'm starting to lurk his position more and more as things go on.
Oh, lurking. Aha! And I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. It's cheesy. But yeah, getting that 4th was huge. Now he needs to get some more bases going down. But look, he's got a 5th and 6th being dropped. Pretty much every base down south is being taken by Nightmare. And I think he knows he's ahead at this point, and he just needs to kind of hang in there and prevent these bases from being taken. See, look, Creature's forced to do long-distance mining all the way over here, man. You could tell he's starting to run out of minerals. The main is completely mined out, the natural's almost there, and the 3rd is hurting as well. So,
and you know what's coming in?
Oh shit, a lot of them too, man. 8,
yep,
7.
Broodlords,
counting is hard. Yeah. So now he has pretty much the ultimate Zerg late game: Lurkers and Broodlords. That's pretty ridiculous. So.
Indeed, sir. As they slowly make their way up to meet with the army, Protoss is getting in position, gonna push up, clear up some of this creep, but we'll soon find out that pushing up this ramp is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, this is gonna be insane. He's got to push into Broods and Lurkers, so sure, he has a couple Disruptors that found some pretty nice shots. Oh, that one had a chance to take out a lot of Hydras, but it went right past him for the Lurkers. I don't know how you defend into this, and I think because of how contained he was by Nightmare, we might get the first point here for IGX, man.
Yep, I agree.
A little early to call it, but yeah.
Very good for Nightmare, and I gotta say, he's done a good job of managing this game, making sure that he doesn't take any bad engagements.
Yeah.
He basically sacked that 6th and what was the 3rd base or the 4th base. Just being like, look, I'm not gonna save it, but I don't want to lose my army right now. So good presence of mind by him.
Yeah, I really like that from Nightmare. He's been patient this whole game. He's been maxed out for like 4 minutes now, but he knows that trying to attack into this army might spell disaster. So all he's trying to do is just spread his creep, get an insane larva bank to match that 5k 2k bank that he's sitting on. He could lose his entire army and be remaxed in just a couple seconds, man. That's the Zerg power. So we'll have to see, but I do like that Creature knows this and is trying to shut down as much larva as possible and killing all these bases. This game is nuts, dude. When's the last time we even had a 20-minute game?
I don't know. I think it's funny though that late game ZVP, at least in this particular game, is basically a game of let's just avoid each other. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Why don't we be wherever your army is not? You know, like.
Oh shit, we got a Hydra pack over here just doing work. You should be able to clean up a lot of production before it's even found. But we do have a lot of Archons. Tempest being made as well. Holy shit, this game, dude.
Yeah,
I love this game.
Should help with
storms.
Oh,
No, he's just standing in them too.
Yeah, those were a little bit misplaced storms, though. Those Hydras get away with it as they split off. Tempests now are going to be shown. The number of Hydras out should be sufficient to deal with at least that one Tempest.
Yep, absolutely. Printer. Oh yeah, this Tempest was brought into the world at a very rough position. Printer hands with the follow. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. I'm really starting to like Nightmare's position in this game, though, man. Look at that bank, like 8K. 2K. Okay, well, he just did a fat round of broods. Oh, okay. So he's trying to slowly convert all of his supply out for broods. I really like that decision.
Yep. You gotta do something with the Hydras. You know, you're gonna need maybe a couple if you want to. I mean, you could kind of switch over to Corruptor too, if you wanted to just back off of Hydra entirely. But
yeah,
man, the broods are in the sky and they are flapping their way over.
Yeah. This is gonna come down to Tempest versus broods. Like, are you even ready for this end game, dude? Holy shit.
This is pretty sweet, man. The army of Nightmares, like some of the highest tech.
It's a nightmare. Yeah, dude, it's pretty ridiculous. But he did clump up his lurkers. You could negate that with a couple really nice disruptor shots. Okay, yeah, he realized that too. Split him up a little bit, and he's just gonna try to siege into this and just deny this base from going down. It's really just a matter of contain right here. 13 probes went down during that. Oh shit. Are you locking up?
Yeah, I locked up.
Oh, okay. Woo! As long as it wasn't me, guys. It's not me. Turzurgler's not getting kicked from the Nydus, guys. We live another day. I do like this, too. All these changelings just denying the ground reinforcements from even being able to get to the broods. That was huge, man.
Yep, absolutely. Really nice play coming out here by Nightmare, and I just don't. There really, realistically, isn't much that Creature can do to try and fight this. Those broods just kick out free units.
Yeah.
Those lurkers just kick out free spikes.
Yeah, and with the bank, I mean, I don't want to rule it over because you're never supposed to do that as a caster, but look at that bank, man. He can just replace this all day easily. Yep. Good pickup, though, from Creature coming down here and starting to work on this, what is this, the 4th, 5th, what even? But yeah, he's cleaned up 26 drones behind this and is going to be able to shut this down, so that's less larva. But he still has a really tough fight on his hands in attacking all these broods, so.
Yeah. Even the Tempest number that's coming out just isn't going to be enough as there's a lot of Corruptors still in the sky.
Yeah, look at that. How do you attack into that, man? Like, that is just a ridiculous late game army. There's lurkers at the bottom, there's broodlords and corruptors as well, so. Creature's forced to just march and try to get as much damage as he can get done, so.
Yep, Creature doing his best to swoop around the bottom of the map, realizing that there is no way I can fight that Zerg army.
Yeah.
Tries to start another base up to the 11 o'clock position to make sure that if he does get into a base race, he's able to have something standing.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that decision because if it comes down to it, you need as much out and spread as much as possible. But I think if Nightmare falls back, he's going to be able to clean this up rather convincingly. But it is funny that we've gone into like a full-blown base race. We got Nightmare up here just tearing shit up because Broodlords will take forever to be recalled. We even got Corruptors doing their part, pissing on everything. Like, this is just a crazy-ass game, dude. Who would have guessed that this 20-minute game would have came down to a base race between the two players? This is hilarious, man.
Yeah, for sure, dude. This is crazy. And if you just look at the mini-map, look at all those broodlings coming out of like the pink in the top right. It's so funny to see.
We even got probes fighting drones down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, dude. Yes, there's just action everywhere, and the drones are going to be able to surround these probes. That's probably my favorite engagement of this whole game, dude, because so much is riding on this outcome. No, but I don't even know, man. What do you do if you're the Zerg player? Do you try to just go for the base race, or do you eventually have to come back here and try to clean this up?
I think you go for the base race, especially now that you got those lurkers up to the top side. You found the base. This is the last remaining structure from Creature. So when he cleans this up, he should, and the rest of some of these, even the Corruptors, getting in on it, dude, spitting all over the assimilators.
Yeah, there's absolutely zero probes, so it is going to be a base race situation, and it's coming down to the buildings because he had no probes. He couldn't build anything, and in a weird